Hello and welcome back to Redwood Acres. So today we kind of have a channel update. It's 2024. Happy New Year. It's still January. We're going to talk kind of where we've been over the last 12 years, where this channel's gone in the last 12 years, and where we potentially are going in the future. Definitely in 2023 we grew a bunch, like more than any other year in the history of this channel, and that was attributed to the lower mesh communications videos. I've really kind of hit a niche there, and I've enjoyed it, and I want to continue that path. But I have some decisions to make, and we'll kind of talk those. Like there's some forcing functions for some of those decisions, and then just where I want to be as a content creator over the next few years, and see where we're going to go from there. Because we're not ending this channel. We may rebrand, we may create a new channel. Those are decisions I have to make in the near future, and I'm looking for a little feedback from my beloved audience who has supported me all these years. No matter how long you've been here, I appreciate any support, whether it's a subscribe, a like, an affiliate sales, whatever. All that is helpful, and all goes right back into what we do here, just into the products, the software, the hardware, anything like that. I'm not making money to live off of by any stretch. In fact, I've got more money into this over the years than I've gotten back. That's for sure. But what I have gotten back that is invaluable to me is your feedback and your support. So thank you. All right. So where did we start? We started back in 2012, and it even goes back a little bit further, where I just kind of got into the whole preparedness prepper space in 2008, 2009. And most people recognize that. In fact, a lot of people that I've been around in this space, that's kind of their story, where they started. And because of what happened with the housing and the economy and other stuff like that. And so therefore I went down that whole YouTube rabbit hole, another social media rabbit hole with preparedness and the whole doomsday stuff, and came back out of it with a, hey, that's all great, but I want a more common sense approach. I also have something I thought I could share fairly uniquely. Is I was in active duty Army, and was until recently when I retired after 21 years. And because the fact we had to move a lot and always rented until 2016 when we purchased this home here, or Ravenwood Acres, is we had to be a lot more, portable, lightweight with our stuff, because it had to be moved, more expeditionary, as the military loves to call it. So I kind of went off of that as my niche in the marketplace, and then I hit something random in the beginning with my Coleman. I shared a Coleman video of an old Coleman lantern versus a new one, because I love old Coleman lanterns, and that blew up. It's still the most popular video on this channel. It's over 130,000 views, and I went down that whole thing. I have a aviation mechanic. Well, I have a mechanical background. Period. I've been turning wrenches for money for nearly 30 years in some facet or another. I don't turn a whole lot of wrenches anymore for money. I'm more on the management side, right? But so that whole Coleman space was very, very popular, and I think it kept my channel alive as far as making it enough back to make it worth the effort. But I've kind of gotten to a point where I can't really create a whole lot of new content without either buying more lanterns, and we're in a space right now where we're trying not to add more to our lives, and that'll make sense here in a minute. So that's where that's kind of fizzled out. I've done a few videos last year, and that was about it. I don't know how much more I'll do. I'm not saying I will never do another Coleman video, and I still interact with people that have questions and comments. I have a Telegram group associated with that. Not very active, unfortunately. I was hoping to get a little more traction there, because there's a lot of questions that people ask on YouTube that are hard to answer without like a picture or a video, and of course YouTube won't allow that to be shared in the comments. So Telegram would be a better platform for that. That's where we're at with there. So, long story short, 2016 we bought this 5-acre parcel here in Washington State, and we started our homesteading journey, because it was kind of a natural progression, at least as a lot of preparedness preppers go. They want to go all the way to the hey, I'm storing food to be able to produce food, or get food back from their property. And I enjoyed sharing all that, and it's all been, I wouldn't say successful, especially because there's some very, very, very successful, very well done homesteading channels here on YouTube, and I subscribe to a lot of them. So yes, I know, but it's a challenging space to be a creator in, and therefore it never really took off. I put a lot of videos out there, and some are, boy, yeah, not very, not a lot of views for the effort that went into them. What do I not regret about that? Is now I have basically a journal of my homestead, of this property, of things I've done here on Ravenwood Acres that I can go back and look at. And I have a couple times like, wait, when did I plant that tree? I don't remember. Well, guess what? It's here on YouTube for myself, my family, and you. So I don't regret any of that. My history with emergency communications, I'm going to jump to that because that's really where we're going in current space. Is starts way back when I was a kid with CB radios, and I even had a base station, old base station that used to be my grandpa's set up in my bedroom before. I think it was like 12, maybe 13, and so I've always liked them, and I knew I became an amateur radio operator, licensed operator in 2018, and became a ARES member, amateur radio emergency services team member in 2019, and have worked in that since as a volunteer. So I've worked a lot in that whole emergency communications world. That's where Laura came in, and I really enjoy that. We'll talk that more in depth here in a second. So, but I didn't want to do the ham radio stuff because just like the homesteading, niche here on YouTube, there's some amazing, very, very professional amateur radio operators that create awesome content on their YouTube channels. So, where was my niche at? Because if I'm going to put a lot of effort into this, I wanted to try to get into it. And I didn't think that when I found these. I just wanted to share them because I thought they were cool. And then that grew and grew and grew and grew and grew to where now that's a lot of my content. And I know there's probably some people that have unsubscribed to my channel because they're like, what the heck is this stuff? He was planting trees yesterday, and now he's talking about some LoRa thing that sends chirp something protocol, something meshtastic. What the heck is this guy talking about? I got it. But it is what you have here. And because of my military service, and the ups and downs and gons and here and there, consistency of my content has never been the greatest. And there's going to be some challenges in the future. And what are those challenges that I keep alluding to, and I have alluded to in a previous video that maybe people didn't watch, is I accepted a job as an overseas contractor, and I will be moving to Europe in a short amount of time. Yes, all the way over there. Is Ravenwood Acres going away? Is the physical location going away? No, we're not going to sell our property. My family's not actually going to join me right away. They will in, a little bit later. And then when they're more full time there, we'll be just hiring someone to live here, a friend or family, whatever, to stay basically in our guest bedroom to take care of the place and make sure that, it doesn't fall apart, because we've gotten rid of most of our livestock other than 2 leftover chickens and 1 pet rabbit, basically. So that's already been downsized. So talking to downsizing, when I was talking earlier about getting more things, is we've been downsizing a bunch, and that's where kind of the changes have happened in our life because of this. So where do we go? Do we rebrand the channel? Do we create a new channel? There's challenges with creating a new channel because sometimes YouTube's like, oh, new channel, you don't get nothing. Now maybe I can get people over there by bridging from this channel over there. I hope to subscribe, because I'm not going to get anything back from YouTube ads until, is it over 1,000 now? I think it used to be 500 for a while. It was nothing. You can monetize. I initially monetized my channel a long time ago, and then they went to the 500, and so what's your feedback? What do you got for me? What questions do you have? I yeah, I want to keep doing LoRa communications, but I'm going to kind of lean in the LoRa, mesh communications, Meshtastic, World plus IMCOM. There's going to be some challenges. I need to get equipment. All my equipment's US and not compatible with Europe. So I've got a lot of money wrapped up in this stuff because I like it and because I wanted to be able to share this stuff with you guys. My 3D printer, how am I going to get that there? Or do I buy a 3D printer when I'm there? I don't. There are a lot of questions I have to answer, and I will be sharing some of those with you in the future. I'm going to try to create a little bit of content that I'll have scheduled out to bridge a gap, because when I first head out, and I've got some training I got to do before I go, and I'll probably maybe create a few videos there from a hotel room. And then when I get there, if you follow our social media, which will be linked down below, there might be just at least some basic, hey, here's what I'm doing right now. If you're interested in, you'll start to figure out where I'm going to be living. You get to see that. I'll probably be sharing some of that, because until I can get up and running with LoRa there and start doing testing there, what do I do? You tell me. The future ultimate goal is we will be back here on Ravenwood Acres after we've gallivanted over Europe for a little bit and be at least mostly retired or working for ourselves. My wife already does work for herself, so I might enter that space, and then we'll be able to dedicate a little bit more full-time, or at least I'll dedicate more to full-time content creation. So stick with me. Check us out at theravenwoodacres.com. Everything is there. I have bought some domain names for my other ideas. Stay tuned for more of that. You can check out our LoRa Mesh Communications playlist, which is here in the video. Our Telegram, LoRa Mesh Communications Telegram group, which is active. It's already over 50 members, and we've been up and running for a couple weeks now. Pretty active, people from all over the world, US, Europe, all over the place. So pretty cool. Check it out if you're interested. Link in the video, link down below. Affiliate links are down below for Rockland Technologies. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.